Hello. I don't know about you, but personally, I am somebody who has a very busy and active life, and I like it that way. I have a lot of projects in my professional life, in my home life, my social life, and I'm also a relatively organized person. So, one of the ways that I keep a track of everything is writing lists, to-do lists. And lists in themselves are pretty helpful things. So, you have a visual picture of everything that needs to get done, and you feel reassured because everything's on the list. You know you haven't forgotten anything. And you also have a way of measuring how much you've accomplished because you can see by the check marks which items have been taken care of. But like anything, lists, if they are taken to the extreme, can be counterproductive. And I noticed it in myself. At certain times, the to-do list can get longer. I can have a few to-do lists running concurrently, and I sometimes even have caught myself writing as an item on the to-do list, write to-do list for project X. And I know that when this happens, it's because I am feeling a little anxious and I am trying in some way to exert some control on my environment by writing all these lists. It's in some ways reassuring, but at the same time, it takes a lot of energy to manage all these lists and to try and exert this control. And in reality, it's futile because we can't control our environment. We can only control our response to it and what happens inside of us. And recently a friend called me and she told me with great excitement, she's also a list maker, that she was experimenting with not writing lists. She was fed up with the list. She wanted to feel freer, more relaxed. So she was just trusting that the most important things that had to get done would get done because she would remember them because they were so important. And the other smaller things that maybe weren't so important, they would come to her another day, another time, or perhaps they weren't even relevant anymore and they could just slip away. And she was really enjoying this and feeling much more relaxed and in the flow and just trusting, really trusting in life, I guess, trusting that she would remember the right things. Now, I use lists as an example, but there are many different ways that we can try and exert control over our environment or over our lives. And another example is a client of mine who spent a lot of time and energy planning her social life, making sure that she got to see all her friends. But she was feeling tired of this and also realizing that when she had all her time planned, she felt constricted and like she didn't have any freedom. So she's now having a lot of fun experimenting, not planning all her time and leaving time open and trusting that social happenings are going to take place spontaneously, that if she feels like having brunch with somebody, that person will be free. If that person isn't free, that's not the person she has to have brunch with. Maybe she just needs to have some time by herself. And she's just really going with the flow like that and really enjoying herself. So today I invite you to think about an area of your life where you can be a little obsessive or over controlling, and you know what it is. We all have a certain element of that, and see how you couldn't just let go a little, just relax a bit, trust life, trust the flow of things, trust that everything's going to work out okay, and put the energy that you recuperate back from that activity in something much more profitable, something that will really bring you joy. Have fun with that until the next time.